Welcome to a special edition of Jesse Watters Primetime. I'm Cain, filling in tonight. Well, Joe Biden thought being a wartime president would save his campaign, but it might not only break it, it could be very well the thing that shatters the Democratic Party. So if Joe wanted war, Joe's got war, because civil war just broke out inside of his own party. And the longer it goes on, the angrier and more bloodthirsty his base gets. One night, it's the DNC getting ransacked with violent protests. By morning, it's Wall Street. Today, protesters swarmed the Bank of New York. Well, just a borough over, Democrat Congressman Dan Goldman showed up to work this morning to find his office vandalized. Quote, blood on your hands splattered all over in graffiti. And when it's not their buildings, it's their politicians. While sipping on what we can only assume was some of the finest Cabernet, Liz Warren was hounded by protesters.
I need some water to get started. Of course, we have tap water. We also have butter.
Like 60 members of my family were killed over the last 5 weeks. I just don't know how many more have to die before you're going to call for a ceasefire. I don't know. Like, what do you want to tell me? I mean, what do I have to do? How many more of my family have to die for you to call for a ceasefire? I don't know. Like, how much more do I have to say for you to call for a ceasefire? People are in your office every day asking you to call for a ceasefire, and you are refusing to call for a ceasefire.
I don't think this is the proper place for it.
It's an election year, and Democrats are at each other's throats. If it's not safe for Liz Warren, then watch out, Joe, because even Hollywood is raging. Michael Rappaport, who, look, really went off the deep end years ago, seems to have just woke up and read the room. And look, Rappaport is by no means a common-sense liberal. If there's an embodiment of the most crazed faction of the party, it's Michael Rappaport. But even he's saying if the election comes down to Joe Biden or Donald Trump, voting for Trump is on the table.
When I'm seeing motherfuckers in New York City rip down Israeli flags, rip down American flags on Veterans Day, when the economy is the way the economy is, when I'm paying mortgage rates up, I mean, I'm getting, forget a colonoscopy. You don't need to get a colonoscopy. Go buy a house. The interest rates, go buy a car. The chaos in this country, the chaos around the world. If it comes down to pig Donald Trump and smoking Joe Biden, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Voting for pig Donald Trump is on the table.
If Joe Biden can't win Rappaport, we might as well just wind this whole thing up now and call the election. Is there anyone left in America who thinks Joe Biden should be reelected? Arnold Schwarzenegger says America needs new blood in the White House. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says there is no Biden base.
I have friends who support Trump. I have friends who support Biden. I have friends.
Do you really have friends who support Biden?
I do.
Come on.
No. Here's what I do. I have friends. Thank you. That's a good check, because that's important. This is important context.
They support the Democratic Party.
I have friends who are loyal to the party.
Biden's losing everyone from the most progressive wing of his party to the most moderate wing. And in between, he shed the black vote, the Hispanic vote, the young vote. The party's enraged and fractured. And Biden, who lectured us on saving the soul of America, can't even save the soul of his own party. He's just standing on stage like a Roomba. Have you ever seen a man stand and stare at the floor more quizzically? That right there is the Biden campaign, lost with no end in sight. While Biden's struggling off and on the stage, Donald Trump's name is being chanted on stage by rappers and college kids.
One thing to say, we want Trump, we want Trump, we want Trump, we want Trump.
Well, Democrats have always said, never let a crisis go to waste. So right now, Democrats, well, they're in crisis. So are Republicans going to let that go to waste?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.